Developing now at 4, 2 federal judges ruled the Trump administration must continue to fund SNAP during the government shutdown. SNAP is the biggest food aid program. It's set to run out of money at midnight. Today, the judge in Rhode Island told the federal government they have to at least use emergency funds. The judge in Boston told the USDA it has until Monday to decide to either use emergency funds or fully fund SNAP. Thanks for joining us for K2 News at 4. I'm Ray Casaway. Those judges ordered the agency to send out the aid as soon as possible. 41 million people rely on food assistance, including roughly 1 in 6 Oregonians. K2's Vasily Varlamos is on your side in Salem to break this all down for us. So, Vasily, what do these rulings mean for SNAP participants here in Oregon?
Right, it means that the SNAP program will be partially funded as the shutdown continues, at least for now. Oregon Attorney General Dan Rayfield's office says that the federal government can appeal the decisions on an emergency basis and request a hold on their rulings while they appeal. The federal DOJ lawyer said in a court filing today that the federal administration is, quote, expeditiously attempting to comply with the Rhode Island judge's order. The emergency funds do not fully make up for the $9 billion it takes to fully fund SNAP nationwide. We asked the Oregon Department of Human Services when those emergency funds are released, what percentage of normal SNAP benefits will be released for Oregonians. ODHS did not provide a direct answer to that question, saying they are monitoring the rulings closely and are working with the governor's office to, quote, understand what they mean for the people of Oregon, end quote.
All right, Vasily, if that money goes out, how quickly can people use the benefits?
Yeah, right. Even if the federal government does not appeal those rulings and releases those emergency funds, it may take days for those benefits to get back online. Now, ODHS said in a social media post, no matter what, it will still take time for people to see November SNAP benefits on their EBT cards. We need to update our systems and work with our EBT vendor to issue those benefits once we get the go-ahead. The agency told me yesterday that if only partial federal funding is provided, ODHS will need detailed guidance from the USDA before issuing any benefits. ODHS could not give me an exact estimate on how long it would take to get those benefits online. Live in Salem, Vasily Varlamos, K2 News.
All right, Vasily, thank you for that. Within the last hour, President Trump blasted Democrats in a post on Truth Social, saying they need to reopen the government. On the other hand, Oregon Attorney General Dan Rayfield is applauding those SNAP rulings tonight. As K2 previously reported, Oregon was part of the case filed by 25 states in Massachusetts. In a statement, Rayfield said, in part, today's ruling sends a message that no administration can use hunger as a political weapon. He added these decisions are a reminder that following the law and common decency still matter. Tonight, we are still working to find out whether the judge's ruling on federal funding for SNAP will impact local action. Prior to today, Clackamas County declared a state of emergency, setting aside $100,000 to help bridge the gap. The Marion County Board of Commissioners is considering using up to $100,000 a week to support food programs. A decision is expected by next week. Multnomah County is still in discussions over how it plans to help. I want to remind you there are a lot of resources available for people in need. The governor's office encourages people to check their EBT card balance regularly. Sign up for one online account to get updates. You can visit the ODHS Food Resources website or the Oregon Food Bank Food Finder website. You can also call 211 or text them your zip code for local food resources.